Here goes a video on angle and perpendicular bisectors. So what are they? An angle bisector cuts an angle in half. So in the example we have here, BD would be our angle bisector because we can see it cut angle ABE into two congruent pieces. That's what an angle bisector does. DE would be known as our perpendicular bisector. A perpendicular bisector does two things. The first thing it does is the perpendicular part. So you're going to make a 90-degree angle when you drop a perpendicular bisector from here to side BC. The next thing it's going to do is it's going to cut BC in half. So BC just got bisected into BE and EC. That's what a perpendicular bisector does. Okay? So what are we going to do with this? We're going to go solve some algebra problems. In the first example, it says that we have an angle bisector AB. Now, the thing with an angle bisector is it cuts an angle in half. It does not cut a side in half. So this information here is just here to distract you, to make you think. An angle bisector only cuts an angle in half. It doesn't cut that side in half. So you have 2x minus 10 is equal to x plus 20, which is going to give you x equals 30, and you're done. In the next example, you have x squared plus 5x is equal to 9x plus 12. The reason why, we have a perpendicular bisector now. So since we have a perpendicular bisector, it's going to do two things. So the other thing it does is make 90-degree angles. So you also have 2y minus 10. So the first thing we're going to do is set our sides equal to each other. So we have x squared plus 5x is equal to 9x plus 12. Get everything to the left, so we have x squared minus 4x minus 12 equals 0. Factor x minus 6 and x plus 2. So that means x is equal to a positive 6 and a negative 2. But before you move on, does your positive number work? 36 plus 30, that works. And 54 plus 12, yep, that works. How about the negative 2? So we have a negative 2 squared, which is 4, minus 10, which is a negative 6, and you can never have a negative side length. So that guy is not going to be included. For 2y minus 10, we're going to set that equal to 90 because a perpendicular bisector makes right angles. So y is equal to 50. All right? So I did the first two. You can pause the video and do the last one. Give it a shot. Again, this is an angle bisector, not a segment bisector. So these guys are here to distract you again. We have ABC, which is this little guy, and we have CBD, which is the big guy. So this takes you back to angle addition. We have 2 times the little angle is equal to the big angle. So that's going to give us 4x plus 16 is equal to 5x minus 6. So x is equal to 22. All right? So those are some algebra problems. The last thing we're going to do is write an equation of a perpendicular bisector. Okay, so you have been given a triangle with 3 coordinates. XY is a perpendicular bisector of CB. And it says that x is on CB. So here's x. And xy is our perpendicular bisector, so it looks like y is somewhere around here. And what we're going to do is we have to find a couple of things. We have to first find what the coordinates of x are. Now remember, a perpendicular bisector means it cuts a side in half. So that means x would be your midpoint. So negative 4 plus 14 divided by 2, comma, 10 plus 1 divided by 2 is going to give you a coordinate of 5, comma, 5.5. The slope of xy. So to find the slope of xy, the first thing you have to do is find the slope of CB. We can do that with the coordinates. So that's going to give us 10 minus 1 over negative 4 minus 14, which is going to give us 9 over negative 18, which is negative 1/2. So if xy is perpendicular to negative 1/2, then the slope of xy is 2. So then finally, to write a point slope form equation, it would just be y minus 5.5 is equal to the slope times x minus 5. And you are good to go. That's it for this video. This is Longo and I'm out. See you, bye.